Somehow the both of you got into an argument. What started it, you didn't remember. All you knew was that it got into the subject of the both of you. You were so mad, so frustrated at how he really thought you would betray him, or something of the sort. He was mad too. So mad that he used his quirk on you. Tell me what you think of me. Your body stiffened, but the tears continued to stream down your face. The entire cafeteria was watching. I love you. I love you with all my heart. Your hair, your voice, your quirk, all the things that make you, you. I love them all. Your own voice didn't sound like your own. It sounded monotone, cold. Because to you, it was forced. You were forced to spill out your own feelings. You felt your own body return as Shinsou only stared at you with widened eyes. How could he have done this to you? I hadn't been ready. And now everyone knows. I need an escape. Maybe you really would be better off as a villain, you screeched. You saw the pain in his eyes and regretted every word that spilled out from your mouth. But you couldn't take it anymore. You ran. You fled the room and the school. It only took you a few seconds to reach the streets outside. It was pouring with rain. You sprinted off down the street, avoiding the few people still walking on the sidewalk. For how long you ran, you didn't know. Everything seemed to wash away as the rain pelted against you, and for a moment, you felt nothing but bliss. You loved the rain. That was until you stopped. You collapsed on a nearby bench, all the memories and regrets filling your mind once again, and then you cried. Ugly, pained sobbing. No one was there though. Who in their right mind would come to the park on a rainy day like today? It felt like hours at this point. You just sat, staring at the sky as the dark clouds continued to block out the rest of the world. The rain hadn't ceased, and you were drenched to the bone. You didn't feel cold, nor did you really care. You checked the time and discovered that you had been gone for 2 hours. You'd wait until school was out, then you'd go home. Hopefully it would still be raining then. You could just tell your mother you had forgotten your umbrella. Traveler. You merely glanced towards the voice. Shinsou stood there with an absolute bewildered look plastered on his face. He held an umbrella, standing a few feet away from you. You didn't reply to his remark, just continued to stare at the sky with a sullen look tugging at your features. Shinsou suddenly seemed to snap out of whatever trance he was in, rushing to sit beside you, hovering the umbrella over both of your heads. Have you been sitting out in the rain this entire time? He asked. You frowned as his umbrella blocked your view of the sky. Shinsou. Once again, your own voice sounded alien to you. Your throat was hoarse, your voice raspy. Probably because you had done nothing but cry and sit in the cold. Shinsou seemed to stiffen beside you. What have you done to yourself? He seemed to ask himself more than he was asking you. You didn't reply. What have I done to you? He sounded so absolutely broken. He gingerly reached out and gently placed his hand onto yours. You jumped, almost hissing in surprise, as you snatched your hand away and scooted away from him. You hadn't been prepared. He was so warm. His warmth seemed to jumpstart you, in a way. You suddenly realized how utterly freezing it was, and you began profusely trying to warm yourself up, vigorously rubbing against your arms. You realized, again, you sat in the rain. You had moved too far away from Shinsou and was no longer under his umbrella. You turned to him, noticing that he was just staring at you, and small tears appearing in the corner of his eyes. You remembered everything that had happened.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. How could I have ever said something like that to you?
You felt tears threaten to fall again. Shinsou looked taken aback.
What are you talking about? I'm the one who needs to apologize. I used my quirk on you. I forced you to tell me. I didn't mean...
He jumped as you placed your hand on his.
You're so cold,
he muttered. Oh! You retracted your hand, only for him to grab it back.
No, let me keep you warm.
He took off his blazer and placed it over your shoulders, scooting closer to wrap his arms around you, using his other hand to keep the umbrella above. For a few moments, the only sound was the rain pelting around you.
Shinsou, use your quirk on me,
you asked, your voice still raspy.
What? No.
Use it. Ask me if I hate you. Ask me if I meant those words I said. Do it.
Shinsou looked conflicted before he shook his head.
You're delusional from the cold. You're probably sick now,
he mumbled.
Do it. For me. Please.
Traveler?
Yes, Shinsou?
Tell me, did you mean those words you said to me?
Again, with your body frozen, you spoke, forced to spill your feelings once more.
Yes. I meant every word about how much I love you.
As soon as you finished your words, you felt your body return back to you.
I regret the other words I spoke to you. I wish I could hate you for what you did, but I can't. I know you meant no ill will.
You turned to Shinsou, finding that he is smiling at you. You felt your face heat up the tiniest amount. It was hard because of the cold, it seemed.
I love you too.
You returned his smile with one of your own. However, you felt your body began to sway, your head feeling light.
Traveler?
Shinsou called. Then the darkness enveloped you, your body falling towards his own. You woke up with a pounding headache. You could barely breathe, trying to sit up as a wave of exhaustion washed over you. As you did, however, you noticed a warm presence upon your hand, glancing towards it and nearly squealed, despite the headache. Shinsou sat next to you, clutching his hand in yours. His head was propped on his palm as he was smiling gently at you.
Morning, sleepyhead.
You tried to smile through the throbbing pain in your head. Shinsou noticed this and helped you lay yourself back down onto the headboard.
What? Oh.
You trailed off. Your throat seemed to burn. Shinsou passed a glass of water towards you by the bedside table, never letting go of your hand.
You got sick from sitting out in the rain. I brought you home.
You hummed in reply as you grabbed the glass of water from Shinsou, taking a quick sip of it to relieve the burning sensation in your throat. You quickly remembered what had happened, and your face flushed red. You tried your best to cover it with your arms, hoping that Shinsou didn't notice such a change.
Shinsou?
He offered a sleepy smile in return.
Huh?
I am sorry. I didn't mean to cause so much trouble. This was my fault. And you know, my words still hold truth.
Shinsou gently placed a kiss on your forehead.
Get some sleep. Okay, kitty?
You nodded, agreeing to his suggestion, knowing that you were unable to do much else. As you laid yourself back down onto the bed, you tried to drift yourself off to sleep, knowing that you felt Shinsou's hand still clutch against yours.